Tonight, a 12 News exclusive. Not one, not two, but 7 girls at an East Valley high school accuse a drama teacher of making them uncomfortable and physically touching them against their will. The question that parents are asking tonight is, did the school handle the allegations properly?
During an emotional board meeting, the father of one of those girls speaking out for the very first time, claiming that school officials failed at their jobs. 12 News I-Team reporter Joe Dana has the story that you will only see right here on 12 News.
2 years ago, the girls made these allegations at Casteel High School, but it was just recently that the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office finished its investigation and recommended an assault charge against the now retired teacher. A father's 2-year silence ends as he takes to the podium Wednesday night at a Chandler Unified School Board meeting to speak on behalf of his daughter and several other girls.
And I call on you now to honor those young voices. Tell the world that you will now listen.
He wants an investigation into 7 school administrators and their handling of allegations against a teacher. 12 News is blurring this dad and mom's faces to avoid drawing more attention to their daughter. They say she has suffered enough.
Her mental health was at a dangerous level, so it's been very difficult.
In February 2021, their daughter was the first of 5 junior high-aged girls who provided statements to Casteel High School administrators, alleging this man, a drama teacher, Patrick Power of Queen Creek, touched them against their will. The father's daughter told the school, quote, "I sat in a chair. Mr. Power said to sit on the table instead. He lifted me by my hips onto the table." When mentioning Power's name, the girl cried, according to internal school documents. Another girl, "He came really close to me and grabbed my waist. I had to pull myself away from him." Another, "Mr. Power keeps putting his hands on my waist and back. He's scary." And another girl says, while alone in the class with Power, "He got up from his chair and pulled me in and gave me a hug. It made me feel uncomfortable and weird." 2 days after these 5 girls reported the unwanted hugging and touching, the vice principal issued a letter to Mr. Power, telling him not to stop touching kids. Instead, the letter said essentially, only touch kids if it's necessary to your job. Vice Principal Ryan Ridenour writes to Power the actions described by the students could be considered grounds for dismissal. Ridenour adds, based on our conversation, the use of physical contact should be used solely when redirecting students and for curriculum purposes.
Knowingly touching another person.
Katie McPherson, an advocate for adolescent mental health, is a liaison for the family. McPherson believes by not filing an official police report, the district fell short of its obligations.
And we have a pervasive pattern in this district of kids going forward and reporting. We had a national news story of Hamilton High School hazing a few years ago, and you would think we would have learned by now.
Why wasn't Power referred to police for further investigation? The district tells 12 News they consulted with the school resource officer, and after careful consideration of all available evidence, the sworn police officer and the district's investigative team were aligned in their findings. The allegations were insufficient to constitute a crime.
He was put back in the classroom, and more victims came forward.
The next month, 2 more girls told school officials Power separately invited them to events outside of school. They claimed there was more unwanted touching and hugging. Power resigned the same day and denies any wrongdoing. The district maintains throughout the process its employees complied with all policies and laws. This father says the school didn't do enough to report the teacher.
We were the only people to report to the state board, to the sheriff's office, and also to the federal government.
So you don't believe administrators followed the law that required them to tell the state board?
Correct. That's why we're here.
The district adds it is working with the Arizona State Board of Ed to clear up false allegations. Whether the school followed the mandatory reporting law may come down to how much the school actually told the resource officer. The sheriff's office says the Casteel High School resource officer, who also worked for MCSO at the time, did not receive details about the claims against Power. MCSO also alleges they attempted to interview school staff, but that there was, quote, no cooperation from Casteel High School regarding Mr. Power or the investigation. Power voluntarily surrendered his teaching certificate last year, and MCSO recommended Power be charged with 1 count of felony assault. However, the county attorney's office turned down the case, saying there's no likelihood of conviction at trial. This father also accuses administrators of failing to properly address his daughter's PTSD and anxiety that resulted from the alleged abuse. And last month, the U.S. Department of Ed's Office of Civil Rights sided with the family. The Chandler district agreed to a resolution. On Thursday, we also learned another agency, the Phoenix Police Department, is also investigating Power for alleged sexual assault of a minor. We know Power has worked as a teacher in Bakersfield, California, Sierra Linda High School in Phoenix, the Gilbert School District, and as a theater coach for youth. An attorney for Patrick Power sent us this response. Patrick Power has over 30 years of dedicated service as an educator. He has exemplified a set of values based upon the highest of standards. His work has benefited students and communities for decades. Mr. Power is profoundly saddened by the allegations made against him, and he vehemently denies them. Joe Dana, 12 News.